I was also gonna say, well, and we have no way of coming back, but it seems
We do. But
I think they poison us, dude.
damn it, the guy on the left is the guy that freed us. The guy on the right is the guy in the robe we just saw who ran off.
Okay, so is this game over?
I don't know. That happened all very quickly.
I kept saying that the villagers are evil. But our viewers said no, no. You need to think about this again. What the hell? Is he gonna feed us to that thing?
No, I take it they live there? They're taking us here? I mean, one of those guys was a guy who was in prison. And we know that Gehn imprisoned someone as well as
yeah,
Catherine.
is that him? I just saw that the dark clad figure that kind of looks like the guy from the beginning who left us out.
So we were saying before that maybe Gehn imprisoned him to make an example of him. Maybe he did something bad against Gehn. So maybe this is like where they... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they got their own linking book.
Well, it wasn't even a book, it was more like a linking plate. Well, we got a bowl. I can't take it.
So we
There's a door. And there's a window.
okay. They locked us away. Is that what's happened here?
Well, we don't know if the door is locked just yet. Shall I try it?
Yeah, let's try it. This could be a prison cell. They obviously don't want us here. Oh,
Wow!
okay. Maybe it wasn't a cell then.
Some movement over there.
Yeah. There's one of the guys is in that weird egg building.
Don't be so loud. I don't think we want them to know that we are awake.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, we're just looking through the window at the moment. We're not actually walked through the door.
Yeah, we do have a light, so he could.
I mean, they're
in theory
talking.
see us.
He said something.
Yeah, but I don't speak the language, dude.
True. What's he up to?
Well, I think they're just resting. They may have some dark designs for us.
Can you hear the sounds? So they're
they're definitely talking. Yeah. All right. So, can we not jump out here? So, oh,
something happened. Oh, you've lost control again.
Yeah.
Hello?
Who are you?
She said Catherine.
Yeah. We are here for Catherine. Are you Catherine? Are you? Sure. We'll help you. Thanks for returning our book. I'm assuming this is our book.
So she came up to us. She said,
Catherine,
said,
blah 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 blah.
Catherine has opened up a mobile library for prisoners, and we've come to bring you the latest tales of Canterbury. I think that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Okay, so we've got two things.
Interact with. Oh, we can.
Okay, some reading to do.
Yeah. Fireweaver, go.
You sure?
I can do it, I guess.
Who do you think this book is from? I think it might have been from Catherine. Maybe that's why. She said
no, wait.
Catherine.
This is the diary. We've heard this. Look, this is the diary. That is the book we already had.
Oh, okay.
Can't click. Okay, so that would be Is this the return book or is this the prison book? It does kind of look like the room that Atrus is in, isn't it?
Yeah. 1 second. Go back a bit. No,
Yeah,
not
there's
not
his
through
desk.
here. But go back. It says, is there 3 items or 2?
3.
So go back to the
This is the middle one.
Okay, let's check that.
Oh, and
Well,
this is in a different design.
okay.
Yeah, the game is doing that, not me.
Well, we had issues with that before. Okay, there's a lot of this stuff. I'll read it if you wish. This is from Catherine, though, because it was signed by Catherine.
Yeah, the letter. Okay, wow.
Well, we know there's always going to be a lot of reading.
Okay, let me try and go back to the beginning. And then let's try to actually do the pages one by one. Okay, boys and girls, it's story time with Uncle Fireweaver.
Okay. I linked to Riven a week ago.
I correct myself. It is story time with Aunt Fireweaver. Please continue.
Okay. I linked to Riven a week ago. The smell of the place overwhelmed me moments before I could see something. See anything. With my sight only partially something. I can.
Partially.
Oh, with my sight only partially cleared, I stood motionless, peeping ahead through a dim veil, which was slowly lifting. There was a violent. This is really hard to read compared to the other ones. A violent clang and has appeared. I remember breathing slowly and very deeply, taking the familiar Riven in, but not recognizing a thing. I must have been hit with the dart right away. I thought it was an unfit fate at first. I'm trying to remember it all, but it's... Oops.
Yeah.
But it's difficult. Maybe because of the knee. Maybe?
Because of the...
Maybe because of the drugs. There was a voice. A man I did not recognize stood before me. Rivenese, though it was weeping. Rivenese, though he was wearing oni dress.
A Denis.
So he speaks Rivenese.
Wearing Denis dress.
Wearing a Denis dress, of course. He seemed to be talking to me, but the poison was already taking effect. A shadow craft in and I fell asleep. A shadow crept in and I fell asleep. Sorry, I'm butchering this, but it's really rough. Then there was the many voices, but I understood more of them, like hundreds of people whispering. I couldn't make it up, I guess. No matter the dream did end, I think.
Yeah.
And now to the...
To be here with...
and now to be here with Gehn, Denis?
No.
We'll come back to that.
Etty?
Might come clear.
ETI?
Yeah, maybe. Etty. Okay, next page anyway.
It's...
Go back a bit. It's been too many years.
Sorry.
I didn't
Wait.
realize how much I missed her. Like a piece of me that I had forgotten I'd lost. She's beautiful and so full of warmth. But the years have also left her with a... this girl, Annie or whatever that word was, Etty, was probably the girl who just dropped this off to us.
Yeah.
That's probably her name. But the years have also left her with a a wound which was not there when we were children. I assume that's wound. I do wish there were. She was more interested. It seems like, and then there's the letter in the way. I write quickly from my prison. Nila will return your book, which that's her name. That's Nila.
Yeah.
Nila will return your book with the. This is written directly to us. Okay. Which
yeah. Moiety.
Moisty.
Yeah, it's moiety actually.
Oh, moiety intercepted upon your arrival. Oh, that's his. His race or his name.
Moiety is what does it mean? It's a word for it's a group of people of some sort. I don't know what the word means. I mean, I'm not the native speaker, but it seems that which I gathered from the comments, that the Black Moiety is the name of an organization of some sort.
Oh, so this might
be the rebels, I guess.
Yeah, so this is the rebel base then.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So the moiety is intercepted upon your arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atrus for a very specific purpose. Gehn will define to use at. I'm not quite sure what that was, although he may have suspicions. If you can find my prison, you will still need the combination to release me. Gehn keeps it in his office. Then, and we'll have to get there then. Then I assume we are to
signal Atrus.
Signal Atrus, yeah, that's right. I think I know how it might be done, but don't signal him before I am released. Catherine. Okay, so we've got to basically get the combination from the office to release Catherine. Not that we know where Catherine is exactly, but she's probably close by because she just wrote a letter to us.
Yeah, it might be on the small 1x1 island that we haven't discovered yet.
Or in here.
If this is the rebel base, then it stands to reason that. Just one sec. This is the. There we go.
We've already read the top half of this, but
yes.
So I'll take it from the paragraph. I do wish you were interested. It seems like I'm asking all of the questions. It's awkward. No, something asks me where I've been, or what I've been doing. This something.
This
links. Oh, this hurts. But I understand if their beliefs are from out of ignorance and apprehension. They are a gentle people, but they have had their nest destroyed, and now they frantically cling to anything that might save them. But why have they chosen to cling to me? I'm confused. As a child, I always felt out of place here. I never belonged. They misunderstood me and I couldn't relate to them. But now I'm overwhelmed by an intense feeling that I owe everything to them and this place. I thought I would never see them again, and yet I'm here. I've been given this second chance. But a second chance at what? Saving them? Fulfilling their prophecies? Being their savior? And then some scribbles to do with the sun, or the moon or something, and the visions of the moon, from different angles, maybe, a different eclipse or like the new moon. And
there's an eye here that was sort of scratched out.
Is that the last page?
Yes. Oh no.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, okay. We got more.
Crap. I thought it was.
That's fine.
Okay, I think I figured out the way to do the page thing.
Okay, cool. I can't even say it. The moiety. Thank you. The moiety. Atrus would want me to all that I've learned. Just probably write it down. I can't think of the word. Catalog, maybe. All that I've learned.
Chronicle.
Chronicle. It was close. I was trying to think of the word for it. I can at least record some of it. It seems that when Atrus and I trapped Gehn on Riven many years ago, our efforts were witnessed by most of the inhabitants here. Two of the Rivenese even witnessed a confrontation with Gehn at the forest fissure, where I linked back to Myst, and where Atrus threw himself into the abyss. Of course, they something something
Something of something.
of what they were seeing. Oh, of course, they understood little of what they were seeing, but they somehow were able to guess what we had won. That Gehn, or done,
No.
that Gehn was no good at
No!
all.
Sorry.
No, he wasn't any good at all.
There we go.
But only a feeble impostor, a false god, and that we had trapped him here on Riven. I always hoped they would deduce this simple truth, but their further conclusions have estimated me. Does make sense.
Astonished.
Astonished me. Okay, Atrus had stripped again of his power. Therefore, Atrus must be a true god. As a god, he was choosing me, the spiritual misfit from a Rivenese wantness, to be his wife. Rivenese something. Rivenese.
Well, that makes
Rivenese
sense.
womb. Yeah, I guess, because she's of Rivenese origin. That's what it's saying.
Yeah.
So, a spiritual misfit from a Rivenese womb to be his wife. I was transcending into deity and would rule over Riven forever, or something similar to that word.
There we
Thus,
go.
the moiety, as they call themselves, were forever a dissident society, sworn enemies of Gehn. I did not know of their beliefs regarding Atrus and myself until 2 days ago. Gati, or Etty, was for some reason hesitant to tell me. I can't figure out why. I know she doesn't believe these things. Of course, everyone she harmed, everyone she something that I would something of my own god state. So they made no effort to inform me.
Oh, yeah. That you would be aware of my own god's state.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good. Yeah, that's what it is. They made no effort to inform me. I only realized it at a recent gathering to which I was invited. I sat at the front of a dimly lit and crowded cave as they told a mythical story of my own life, acting out the battle between Atrus, myself, and Gehn at the edge of the fissure. The events had been
Exaggerated, I guess.
exaggerated into grandiose proportions. It was offensive, but I was unable to stop it. I was unable to break the illusion, which is the very foundation of their hope and purpose, and which has given them courage to band together and rebel against Gehn. Since then, I've learned of other doctrines and beliefs that have evolved, the most disturbing of which is the conviction that one day I would return to Riven to face them. Some believe that I will overthrow Gehn. Others behave that I will, or believe that I will bring them to paradise. I don't.
Yeah, it says to free them. So she is sent, or they believe that she was sent to Riven to free these
Free
people
them.
from
Yeah.
Gehn. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I don't know how to deal with this. I fight it myself. I love these people, my only real kindred, but they will not love me as an equal, which hurts me. I would return to their. I would rather
be their
be
slave.
their slave than their master.
Huh. This
And
is
then some of the symbols again.
And the knife here. Okay.
Okay. Over the years, as Genn's power has become greater and greater, the moiety's numbers have grown, and they have become more and more adept at hiding themselves. They now live in a complete network of caves that he still has not discovered.
Yeah.
The moiety, for the most part, have completely severed their relationship with any of the Rivenese that chose against joining them. But I hope they've not sacrificed vital links in order to remove the cancer. Gehn, Father, and Grant are still on the surface on Genn's dominion, maybe his office is referring to, and I long to see them, but a darkness shrouds Etis face every time I've mentioned them, but something shrouds Etis' face every time I've mentioned them. I guess it could be darkness. Since this track took place, they have interfered with the surface in significant ways. Yeah, significant ways. Occasionally destroying one of Genn's constructions or stealing food from the villagers. They wear strange masks and costumes during their short forays to the land surface and take this something very seriously, refusing to be seen by anyone outside the moiety unless they are properly afforded or properly something attired. Okay. They got much patience out of the fact that those on the surface are frightened by these costumes.
Okay.
Calling them evil spirits as ghosts. It was during one of these expeditions that they I can't read that
farted?
Word. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's
fortuitously.
Fortuitously. I can't even say the word.
Oh my god.
It's a long word. Fortuitously rescued me from one of Genn's prisons, maybe. I'm guessing at that one. When I first appeared on the island. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm sure I will have been delivered to Gehn immediately. I've no doubt that he's been searching for me. Of course, I am now aware that I was foolish. Atrus is not here. I was at first devastated by the realization. Now I am thankful he would be in extreme peril here. Also, there is a quiet inner voice on an echoing moment that wants him far away. I have just witnessed an age dying, grasping its hot breath. Today I ventured to the surface to see what has become of this island. I hoped it would not be as bad as the moiety had reported. It was worse. They have become slowly accustomed to its steady decay, but I was devastated. The lips from which the kiss is rout has fallen words, will fall cold breath. The want from which the cry released has surfaced and will suffer death.
Yeah.
This handwriting's a lot harder to read.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a little bigger than it was previously, but it's for me, but it's still hard to read. To get to the surface, we had to travel through a complex series of doors and passages. Before the last of these doors, they have offered me a weapon, which I accepted, and then a mask. I held the mask in my hands for a while, wondering what sort of terror it might invoke in those members of my family who still live on the surface, but I also knew I must keep my identity hidden from Gehn's ever vigilant eye, so I accepted it as well. Then, together, we swore a short expanse, swam a short expanse, and
Yeah.
emerged out of the surface of the ocean under a rocky overhang. The harsh sunlight made my eyes sting, but the fresh, rich air was exhilarating after these past weeks in the dank caves. The two men with me were silent, communicating only with hand gestures, probably. Um, the three of us emerged from one hiding place and made our way to the top of the plateau. At the edge of a thick and overgrown area of the forest, they stopped, peered through the foliage for a moment, and then turned to me as if inviting my command or awaiting my command, but could not respond. In fact, I found it different to move. I was smelling, hearing, and breathing my youth. This swept over me in a matter of seconds, but in seconds more, all feeling was gone. There was numbness. And that looks like the route through to the weird cave, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That is the.
Don't worry, don't.
Never mind. Yeah, but that was the forest part of the village island, I think.
Yeah, I think so. We did not stay long on the surface, but it was long enough to see the worst of.
Yeah.
Riven, which was once one island, has split apart into 5 distinct pieces, about half a mile apart. 4 of these have been claimed by Gehn as his exclusive domain. Only his ministers and personal militia are ever allowed access to them. From my vantage point at the edge of the forest, I could see 3 of those islands. They are stripped of their former bounty and are riddled with Gehn's self-absorbed constructions. The moiety merely visit these closely guarded places. There is another island which I could not see, as it had evidently crept away to a terrific distance. The moiety are very unclear as to what effect on this island, except for the fact that they know it is where the great tree used to exist.
Yeah.
So, stopping for a second.
Yes.
So the 4 islands we've been to are the ones
Yes.
that Gehn is able to populate and do things on. The 5th one that is out that we've not been able to access has drifted so far away that Gehn can't access it, which might mean we can't access it as well. But unless this great tree used to exist here, but maybe this is the great tree that we're in now, that's somehow transported in through this linking book, is what I'm thinking. The one that we've just followed. And because that looked like a weird giant tree, right?
More like a mushroom. There was one guy, and I'm really sorry, or lady. I have so much trouble remembering people's usernames. Who said that you cannot actually link from one age to the other. We were discussing the thing, where we said that it would be cool to use one of the linking books to go to work. And he said that doesn't work. You would have to do like a detour via a different age, So you would have to jump from whatever, your apartment to Myst Island, and then from there to your workplace. That would work, but not the direct link. So,
Well, in Mistcraft, there's something called an interlinking book.
Yes, but this is not Mistcraft.
No, true. But, yeah. Anyway, the forest is located on the island that the surface dwellers and the moiety still refer to as Riven, but they also still refer to their entire world as Riven. This island is where the village in which he has changed dramatically. It is also the last remaining province of the people, though Gehn's influence can be seen everywhere.
Okay.
Interesting. Wait a minute. This might be.
Yeah. So we have up here. This
That's the
is
main
great.
island and crater island
Yeah.
together.
Exactly. Then there's a link here to.
The
Yes. Look. Look.
Lagoon
Look. Yeah.
Islands.
And look from the side here. This actually does look like a sword, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does actually. So that's
Yeah.
Lagoon Island, and then that last one is the Village
Village
Island.
Island. Yeah. So this is a primitive map of the arrangement.
And
But
again, only the four islands,
yeah.
not the fifth.
Yeah.
Of course, I know the reason for the fracturing of the islands. The moiety do not. Gehn wrote this place, and it will die. And all of Gehn's ages eventually has something, I guess. As we know,
all
that
of
he creates.
Gen's age eventually die. Full stop. So she's saying that Gen wrote Riven. And so not the link. She says he created this. He wrote this, and it will die. And she says this is what happens to all of Gen's ages. So for some reason, it seems that either purposefully or by accident, Gen
And the
creates
fracturing
ages.
of the islands is the
Is
process of them dying.
yeah, exactly. So this is like the beginning of the end.
Oh, bleak. I feel nothing today. I am nothing. Very bleak.
Oh.
I live in a cave on a dying world inhabited by people that they are treating me so strangely. They don't know how to relate to a god. I'm still a outcast here. They whisper amongst themselves, talking of my bravery during my expansions to the excursions to the surface. How I walked across the island, bold and unfettered.
I guess,
I don't
yeah.
If it's not that word, it's something
Or
similar.
unafraid, maybe.
Unafraid, yes, I think that's right. Yeah, they don't know me. Even Etty is uncomfortable around me. At times, there is an awkwardness, and I am only Catherine. It might be a name spelt weirdly.
Catherine with a K, yeah.
I'm only Catram to her, but at other times, I am something else. I am afraid. There's such a giant numbness inside me. Today, I do not feel closeness with my people. Neither am I offended by their worship of me. I do not hate Gehn. I don't feel anything. I'm not even sure of, crossed out. At least Nilch is still close.
Nila, which would be the
Nila,
girl
the
that
other
brought
girl.
us this book.
Mm.
And some drawings.
Yeah, that's the star
Oh.
of from the rotating room, I believe.
Yeah.
Below us.
Sorry. Not going back there.
That's okay. I'm boiling. I am. Gehn is making and waiting books. Oh, making and writing books, obviously. I wish they had told me sooner. Atrus should have released this. Realized. That's why. Atrus should have realized this would happen, of course. Gehn would have written all of the materials necessary to the Dani craft of making books into this age, and probably every other age he ever wrote. He is attempting to write his way out of here. We did not influence him or imprison him but only delayed him. This age has become his factory, and the people are his machines, all factoring in his mid-present to become a god. I'm not quite sure what that really said. To carry on his mantle, Danikors. So far, he is not something able to produce a fully functional book.
Yeah.
Atrus has never believed in destiny, but I don't know what else to call it. It's too perfect. It's too much for coincidence. They hang on my every word, though they do not understand them. I am their hope, and now I have returned. I owe this to them. There is no choice. This could be important because that is the coffee percolator machine. So turn on the valve, and it links inside the room. Doesn't say the numbers to push on it though. Anyway, it's been a long time since my last entry. It is hard to recognize, but I found the starfisher. It is located on the island, which the Rivenese call Aleppo, meaning water pool, but which is referred to by the moiety as a Clatuan,
There we go.
meaning
Yeah.
pool of stars. Having once allowed Atrus to escape this age without leaving an open door behind us, it has since been sealed with a skin of heavy iron. A crude telescope has been momented over a located viewport. I'm not quite sure one of those
Mounted
words.
over a locked viewport, the
Confrontation. Combination to which has been acquired by the moiety before my arrival. Let's work out this combination because that's going to be important. So let's go to our numbers here. So that is 4, 5. I'm going to write this down. So 4, 5, 5, 2, 5. So now we know how to do the thing with the coffee pot thing.
We do.
So apparently there's steps to it. Cool, we got that combination. That's awesome. All right. In the early days, the moiety seeking an escape from Riven briefly produced the idea of reopening the fissure. They discovered a small mechanical step to prevent the scope from hitting the portal window. Ultimately, however, they decided against opening it. I hate to think what would have happened to them if they had not left it alone. I've instructed them to stay away from it. I'm almost certain that with the decayed state of the islands, opening the fissure now would be disastrous. I have heard that in the days immediately following Ghehn's confinement on Riven, it's attempted to determine the feasibility of navigating the stars beneath the fissure, for he had seen the mist book fall from Atrus's hands into that very same space. To this end, he would have people alleged to move, I don't know what that says, transgressions of the law thrown into it so that he could
observe.
Dude,
he opened the fissure thing. He threw people who did nothing wrong, but he claims are criminals. He threw them inside, and he would then observe it. And in order, whatever happens to them in there, so that he would find out if he could get the Myst book from the Starfisher, because that would be an escape for him, right?
Yes. So the telescope, which still stands there, is one that he had built for these callous experiments. That's the telescope he's referring to from Myst Island from the first game.
No. The telescope is the coffee machine, because remember, it has a peeping hole.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think that's what he means, because that is the seal of the fissure thing, and it does have the combination. And he said there's build a telescope on top of it, and he wanted to get to Myst Island with a book which was cast through there. Unbeknownst to him, it seems that we found it, and that's how we got to Myst Island in the first game.
Oh, okay. It is said that they did not die, but what became of them remains a mystery. It appears that the limits of Ghehn's gates prevented him from learning their fate. So are we saying that Atrus and his two sons were people who were, called criminals, and Gehn sent them through?
No, they're unrelated. These are Rivenese people that he threw down there, and we don't know what happened to them. The Fisher thing doesn't lead to Mist Island, from what I understand. The book does, and he wants the book back. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Also, this was written, well, I guess after Mist Island was created, and that means wasn't Mist Island created by? I always have the impression that Mist Island was created by Atrus, but I'm not sure if you have evidence for that.
Mm. Okay, so Starfield beneath the fissure is not as it seems. It is a gentle space, as hospitable to life, and a flowing river. This is how Atrus experienced it after he had fallen into it. But much more than that, we've never understood, and we were never able to conclude upon its origin. But the revisions tell me that it was born out of the will of the Maker, perhaps for some greater purpose that we cannot yet understand. I still remember Atrus works from his journal. I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse. There must be some greater reason behind it. I neglected to mention of earlier the unique shape of one of the great daggers, which
Yeah,
appeared
daggers, yeah.
during one escape from Riven. The very dagger that stands. But
Our escape. So she's saying that the great daggers, that's the swords we've been finding. So she's
Yeah.
saying that they kind of sort of appeared out of nothing. Is that it?
I guess vertically at one end of the
island with the starfisher telescope thing on it.
Outram, yeah, has been adopted by the moiety as a symbol of their
Course.
course, okay, or
Yeah.
culture. It is a sacred symbol for them. It is a representation for all of their doctrines and their representation of me. To deface this symbol is sacrilege. They have their own mythical explanation regarding its sudden occurrence, maybe origins. I haven't told them that I wrote it into this age along with all the other daggers. Interesting. So she created those daggers by
Yeah.
writing it as part of the book.
Yeah. Okay, so she modified it. Okay.
Yeah, it's strange how such a young religion can be so unbending, even to their own God. I have tried to dissuade them of the notion that symbols contain so much power. The enemy uses the something against them, paranoia probably. They are fearful of Genn's symbol and are terrorized by his symbolic use of the work. I think that might be the name of the creature, because we've been seeing symbols of the creature.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That might be the fish thing with the tusks.
So I'm pretty sure I saw someone write "work" in one of the comments somewhere, or I read it somewhere. But yeah, but they don't want to bear this from me. They don't want to keep this from me. Perhaps my etiquette have even caused some of their. Oh, perhaps my attempts have even caused some of their younger members of the moiety to doubt that I am Catherine. My main encounters with these who say they follow Gehn have been disconveying. No, that's not the word. Discouraging, yeah. I have hoped to have some communication with the. I can normally read if it's written properly. I can normally read fairly well. Anyway, communication with the surface villagers, but they always flee from me. But I have heard news of some of the villagers' beliefs regarding Gehn. Soon after he trapped Gehn on Riven, he claimed that he was responsible for the daggers, placing them around the island as a reminder of their failure. I'm the village something. It is told that this was a primitive something performed by Gehn to mark the beginning of a period of restitution, at the end of which, if they have proven their devotion to him, they will be delivered onto a new and better existence.
Okay.
So this is the struggle between Gehn and Catherine to be their god. Communications with the surface villagers, but they always flee from me. But I have
We had this.
heard news of some of the villagers' beliefs regarding. Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
You just want me to fail with the page flipping some more. Anyway.
So I'll
That's
continue
all
to
right.
try to reach them. The door is open. Is Gehn is
The door
it's under-
is
Oh, Gehn is free. The door is open as Gehn is free. Gehn has the ability to create working books. In fact, he has written one age before I arrived, but he has kept this accomplishment so well hidden that only his closest ministers were aware until now. I'm not sure. Perhaps he has written others. Other news. A few years ago, before the moiety were forced into hiding, one of them managed to steal what appeared to be a test book that Gehn had intended to destroy. It had been partially written but did not work. They didn't tell me about it until now because they thought it was useless. Yeah. Back then, name of Gehn's books or news of Gehn's books.
none of Gehn's books worked.
Oh, none of Gehn's books. But instead of correcting the problem at its source, he blamed it on the impure wood of the Riven forest and proceeded to engineer a cumbersome mechanical remedy, a complex series of domes to heal his book's inherent flaws. So those domes are there to fix all of his broken books.
I guess, yeah, but that doesn't work from what it looks like.
Well, one of the consequences of this crude solution, however, was that the domes demanded huge amounts of energy, and the related problems delayed his success for quite some time. At least, however, he finished his work and was finally able to link to an age, but he kept his success extremely well hidden. However, for some reason, on another belligerent pride, he has made modifications to the domes which make it obvious that he is using the domes to breathe life into his half-dead books. Perhaps he attempts to lure me into Perhaps he means to lure something into using the books on in the domes. He can't believe that we would humbly swallow the suicidal text, but he wouldn't know that we have one of his books, the stolen burnt book. Is that the one we just went through?
No. Because that wasn't the book even. I mean, it was
So
resting
those
on
other
a-
books in the dome, are they traps?
Maybe.
Because perhaps he means to lure me into using those books in the domes.
Well, they didn't work either way.
True.
Although earlier
burnt-
she said that there was a combination of some sort in Gen's office. Wasn't that in the latter part? And those books are supposed to lead to Gen's office, so
I don't know. Well, yeah, but maybe those letters say that it's Gen's office is part of the lure. He puts those out there saying, "Oh, it's my office. Come."
no,
into
but that
my-"
was
That's
well-
why he that's why it says here he can't believe that we would just swallow this note or something, or the something text. Do you know what I mean? So he's
Maybe.
saying that he wrote it in the books, but it's the what's written there is a lie.
Well, what could be, I mean, we know from his diary that he created two ages, right? What I think is the 233rd and then the 244th. So maybe what we need to look out for is a Linky book that is not the 233rd, but the 234th book, because he said, if I remember this correctly, that incorporated some improvements, right? And why wouldn't he set up his office on the improved age? So maybe the 133 books are all traps, but maybe one of them actually has 144. We have not found 5 domes yet, have we? We've found 4, right?
No, found 4.
Yeah, so maybe there's a 5th one out there that has the 144th book in it.
Yeah, we can have a look. Having read the Burnt Book Age, it describes would be unsuitable as a new home for the moiety, and it must be modified. I will dream. Have requested a group to solve combination that will open the domes. Once open, we can power the burnt book. I do not think Gehn will interfere. He will leave the bait. So, and then this is the tree that we're on right this second.
Yes.
Is the picture here. So I mean, but it's kind of like a tree.
Yeah, it kind of does look like a tree, but I think it also looks like a fungus. But yeah, and there's a big bird here.
Yeah.
Or Superman, I guess.
And then a new
and the squiggly
eclipse and stars and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's carry on. Have begun writing the moiety's age. Now must acquire second book from Gehn. There is tension. A strain blurs my vision and nightmares. Neelar and Etty stay close. You can see him holding the dagger. Maybe that's supposed to be a depiction of Gehn there. And the dagger is like breaking a fissure.
Yeah, is that what they call the starfisher, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Wow.
This is going to be either a very long episode or several.
It is going to be one very long episode, because that way people who don't actually want to listen to all this can just skip to the next episode.
Sure. It's a shame, though, that there's solutions in these books. Like the code for...
But one thing I gotta say, though, it is very good that we are actually reading this, because, yes, in the previous game we could get away with out reading them. Had we skipped all these books...
Oh, yeah, it would have been screwed.
Yeah, we would have been screwed. Right.
Much has happened. Almost everything is prepared. We have stolen another book, but I'm concerned Gehn will miss it. We have also discovered the combinations for entering the domes. We have not discovered the method for powering them. By powering one burnt book with Gehn's domes, we'll be able to link to this age, but we'll only have access to the domes for a short period of time before we are discovered. Therefore, we can only use the domes once. I must find domes once. I must find another way to make the books work. The gateway images in Gehn's books and our burnt book all seem to share the same sickness if they are not powered. The images are blank. It might be possible to power the vision with only, and then this drawing might be important. So it's showing a blank burnt out book. There's some kind of eye hole looking through to those books. There's some kind of piping system with perhaps through the water. Something will write substance into the moiety age. Or will write substance into the moiety age. So that's some description of the way they powered it, I guess. We might have to come back to that page. It might have some importance.
Luckily, we have this in our inventory, so we can always consult it.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is actually a shame that we couldn't take Gehn's dictionary.
Yeah.
That would have been handy. All right. Oh my God, this continues?
Of course it does. Forever and ever.
This is why we call this a text adventure, boys and girls.
All is ready. Now, all we can do is wait for word from the Moitian god, who are on the lookout for Gehn to power and use the domes. When he does that, we'll have access to one of Gen's domes just long enough. After linking to the age which I've written, I only have to locate the book, window substance, and refine or adapt it. Laying this window over the gateway image should heal the books and make them work. This will allow me to use the second stolen book and return to Riven with more of the book windows. We will then no longer have to rely on Gen's clumsy domes. So that thing over the book we just taken, you said like the weird geode. Is that the window she's describing?
That could be. Yeah, I think you're right. Because it was laying on top of what looked like a burned book. Yeah.
So I think these are like special windows to power these kind of broken books. Where Gen uses these weird powered domes, she's using these special windows to modify it. I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's right. Yeah.
Something at these plans I looked or something. I sound like Atrus. Okay. I'm risking my life, but I feel no fear, only anxiety. Perhaps it is the source of my nightmares. The fissure, life, and great wound is opened. It stains the riven soil with something. I hold the moiety knife. Oh, with blood. It stains the riven soil with blood. I hold the moiety knife. The voices grow so loud. For this part, the moiety have complete faith that I will accomplish my task and lead them to a better world. It is the fulfillment of this prophecy, but they are also fearful and tense. I don't know what they will think or do if I fail. It is done. It seems too good to be true. I feel like it's all still a dream. We've already evacuated all of the moiety to this new age, which is here, I guess.
Yeah.
It is beautiful, and I am pleased. At last, my people will live in safety and comfort. They stand under the burnt sky,
Unafraid, I guess.
unafraid and dazzled by these freedoms. They are happy. They have named it Tai. There's still much to be done. We are not protected yet. The only way to completely safeguard the place is to destroy the book which links to here from Riven. But I do not even know how to bring this up to the moiety. They will be extremely reluctant about destroying the only link to Riven. I share this hesitation. I would be cutting off my only connection, but for their sake, it must be done. I am anxious to know if our activities have aroused Gen's suspicions. If so, we must act quickly. Even so, I face that now. We are impregnable. Tomorrow, I will return to Riven to see Gen's reaction for myself. But tonight, I finally rest. And then she travels there and gets kidnapped.
Yeah. Wow, that was a long book. Let's go back to the letter.
Sure. Is there a trick? Can you click it from the thing on the
No.
side?
The only thing that kind of works is to click and then move away, but I'm not sure if that is really a solution.
No, I mean,
or...
like, can you click from the side? There, on the white bit. I wonder if it would jump to it.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, basically, it says find her find her, free her using some kind of combination, and then get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what that letter says.
Yes. I wanted to read the part about the office again. Oh, come on, book.
So many pages.
Really?
All right, quickly from my prison, Nilak will return the book from which the moiety intercepted upon our arrival. After questioning her, I've concluded that it was written by Atrus for a very specific purpose. Gehn will despise to use it, although he may have suspicions. If you confine my prison, you'll still need the combination to release me. Gehn keeps it in his office. Then I assume we're to signal Atrus. I think I know how it might be done, but don't signal him before I'm released.
Okay. Wow.
So we still need to get to his office to get the combination of some kind.
Lost control again.
Maybe we're about to be free.
Sirapo. Ibuko mo buko wisipo.
Wait, what?
Na vene. Tapa mo revene beno.
Ah, yeah.
And there's the...
Now, Katerina ne. Wisifa polo yai sepe yai.
So she comes in, she says, "You've been here for 2 weeks and you've finally finished reading that book. I've come to..."
Yeah. But you're right, yeah. So this is actually a...
Let's send us back
Yeah.
to the stone dome.